Have you ever noticed how some people only realize your worth once you're gone? They acted like you were replaceable. They treated your loyalty, your heart, your presence like something they could take for granted. And now, suddenly, panic, regret, a longing they cannot admit. They want you back. But here's the unshakable truth. You are not theirs to call at will. You are not a fallback. You are not the safety net they think they can depend on. Your value is not negotiable. Your presence is sacred. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength, and this is your moment to take that power, to stop chasing, to stop waiting, to stop begging for recognition from someone who once dismissed you. Your life, your heart, your energy, they belong to you first. They are not yours to hand over to someone who never deserved them. Their regret is their burden, not yours. Their longing cannot define your peace. This video will reveal 8 brutal truths, anchored in Stoic philosophy, that will teach you how to reclaim your power, guard your heart, and understand the real cost of letting someone back in. These truths are not gentle. They are fire for your soul. They are commands to stand stronger, rise higher, and never settle for less than you deserve. They will make you untouchable, unshakable, undeniable. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I am enough. I am powerful. I do not chase what does not serve me. Now, let's break down the 8 truths that will make them realize what they lost, while you rise stronger than ever. Number 1. Absence is your strongest weapon. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Their desire to have you back is proof of what you already know. Your presence is priceless. They assumed you would always be there, that your loyalty and love were endless. They assumed you'd bend, beg, and break, but you didn't. Walking away is not surrender, it is power. Every moment of silence, every boundary you enforce, every day you refuse to chase, it's a mirror reflecting their mistakes. They see the emptiness your absence has left, and it terrifies them because it is their first encounter with the reality they ignored. Your absence is not punishment, it is revelation. It is proof that you are not theirs to control, not theirs to take lightly, and not theirs to diminish. Your worth exists independently of their recognition, and this truth will shake them to their core. Do not respond impulsively. Do not compromise your peace. Let your absence speak louder than any words you could ever say. The void you create is your power, and they must face it alone. Number 2. Silence makes them question everything. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Your silence is more powerful than any explanation you could give. When they expect noise, apologies, justifications, excuses, you give them nothing. And that nothing shakes them to the core. They begin to replay every moment, every word, every choice they took for granted. They start questioning their decisions, their treatment of you, and why the person they thought was always available is suddenly untouchable. This is the unseen weapon of strength, silence. Not passive silence, but deliberate, unwavering, unshakable stillness. Every unanswered call, every message you don't send, every boundary you enforce is a reminder that your peace is sacred. They feel the weight of your absence, not because you are cruel, but because they finally realize your worth cannot be forced or taken lightly. Silence forces them to confront what they ignored, your value, your boundaries, your unwavering power. Resist the urge to explain. Resist the urge to soften your stance. Let them stew in the uncertainty your absence creates. Every second of deliberate silence multiplies your power and elevates your value in their eyes. Do not give them the satisfaction of words. They must feel the consequence of losing someone who refuses to compromise their dignity. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence is my power. My absence forces clarity and truth. Number 3, your absence exposes their weakness. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When they wanted you back, they thought they had control. They believed they could manipulate your presence, bend your loyalty, or trigger your emotions. But your absence strips them of that illusion. It reveals their weakness, their dependency, and the cracks in the confidence they once wore like armor. Every unanswered call, every moment you refuse to chase, forces them to confront the truth. They cannot control you, and they cannot replace you. This is not revenge, it is recognition. By standing firm, by refusing to return, you are showing them that your power is not tied to their approval or attention. You are untouchable because your worth exists independently of their acknowledgement. Their fear, their panic, their quiet desperation, it is the natural consequence of underestimating someone who refuses to compromise their integrity. Your absence becomes the lens through which they see their failures, their missteps, and the opportunities they squandered while you were patient, loyal, and unwavering. Do not soften your stance. Do not reach out. Let them live with the truth of their own actions. Your absence is a mirror that reflects their mistakes, and the longer you hold your ground, the clearer the reflection becomes. Every day you resist is a day they are forced to face what they lost. Number 4, your silence forces accountability. Seneca said, "Everywhere you hear people talking about what a good man should be, they forget to examine themselves." Your silence does exactly that. It forces them to examine themselves. When they expected excuses, explanations, or apologies, they are met with nothing but your unwavering stillness. Suddenly, they are alone with their own actions, their own choices, their own failures. Your absence becomes the spotlight illuminating their shortcomings, their neglect, their disregard. They are forced to confront the truth of how they treated someone irreplaceable. This is power in its rawest form, not seeking to punish, not needing to argue, but standing still while the weight of their conscience crushes them silently. Every moment you refuse to return, every boundary you maintain, is a lesson they cannot ignore. They wanted you to compromise, to bend, to return, yet you stand firm. Your silence doesn't just hurt them, it educates them. It teaches them that actions have consequences, and that someone who knows their worth will never allow themselves to be undervalued again. Strengthen your boundaries. Do not react to guilt trips or attempts to pull you back. Your silence is intentional. It is the authority of your self-respect. Let your absence be the mirror that forces them to face accountability for their choices. Every day you hold your ground, their awareness grows, and your power rises. Now, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence is my authority. I hold my ground and demand respect. Number 5, your absence shifts the power. Marcus Aurelius said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When they expected you to return, they thought they held the control. They believed they could dictate your actions, manipulate your feelings, or bend you to their will. But your absence flips the script entirely. The power no longer belongs to them, it belongs to you. Every unanswered message, every boundary you enforce, every refusal to chase, puts you in command. They are left guessing, wondering, questioning, and ultimately powerless. This is the essence of strength, mastery over your own choices. You refuse to react to their attempts. You refuse to chase. You refuse to compromise your self-respect. And in doing so, you become untouchable. They are haunted by the realization that the person they underestimated is now the one steering the dynamic. The more you maintain your distance, the more they feel the weight of what they lost, the more they recognize the value they failed to protect, and the more your own confidence soars. Your absence is not passive. It is a strategic declaration of authority. Stay unshakable. Control your reactions. Refuse to engage in drama or guilt trips. Every moment you hold your ground reinforces your position as the one in command. The less they can control you, the more power you reclaim, and the more undeniable your presence becomes, even in absence. Number 6. Your silence heals and strengthens you. Seneca said, "He is most powerful who has power over himself." Your absence is not just a message to them, it is a sanctuary for you. Every second you resist returning, every moment you hold your ground, is a moment you reclaim your peace, rebuild your strength, and fortify your mind and heart. They thought you'd crumble, that your absence would weaken you, but instead it becomes the source of your growth, your clarity, and your resilience. This is the hidden power of silence. While they stew in confusion and regret, you are evolving. You are sharpening your self-discipline, your confidence, and your emotional control. Your mind becomes unshakable, your worth undeniable, and your boundaries impenetrable. Silence is not weakness, it is armor. It protects your energy, shields your spirit, and turns your absence into a fortress of empowerment. Every temptation to reach out is a test, and every time you resist, your strength multiplies. Use this period of absence intentionally. Journal your thoughts, train your body, meditate, develop skills, or pursue goals that elevate your life. Let their confusion and regret fuel your evolution. Your silence becomes a statement. You do not depend on anyone's validation. Your power is internal and your growth unstoppable. Now I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. I use my silence to grow stronger. I am unstoppable in my absence. Number 7. Your absence forces reflection. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your silence paints a mirror for them. Every day you remain absent, every moment you refuse to chase, forces them to look inward. They replay conversations, recall moments they dismissed, and confront the choices they made. Your absence isn't just a void. It's a spotlight illuminating their mistakes, their neglect, and the value they took for granted. They may pretend they're unaffected. They may act indifferent. But inside, uncertainty gnaws at them. Your silence makes them wrestle with their own behavior. They question why you walked away, why you didn't return, why someone so irreplaceable chose themselves over their neediness. And the deeper they reflect, the more they realize what they lost. The power of absence is relentless. It educates without a word, it punishes without cruelty, and it establishes your unshakable authority. Be consistent. Do not send mixed signals. Do not soften your stance. Let every moment of your silence reinforce the truth. Your worth is untouchable, and they cannot manipulate or control you. The clarity they gain will come only from their own reflection, and it will haunt them long after your presence is no longer an option. Number 8. You choose yourself over their regret. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This is the ultimate truth. Your power lies in choosing yourself, not in returning to someone who failed to value you. Their regret is their burden, not yours. When you don't respond, when you don't chase, when you don't compromise your worth, you are making a statement louder than any words could. You are untouchable, you are whole, and you will not settle for less than you deserve. Choosing yourself over their regret is revolutionary. It is the declaration that your life, your happiness, and your peace are non-negotiable. They may want you back, they may ache for the comfort they once took for granted, but your decision is final. You will not allow anyone to dictate your value, to manipulate your emotions, or to exploit your presence. This is not vengeance. This is mastery. This is the power of someone who knows their worth and refuses to compromise it. Reinforce your boundaries daily. Write down your non-negotiable, your self-worth, and your personal standards. Let every action, every decision, every moment of silence reinforce that you are the prize, not the pawn. Stand firm, walk tall, and live unapologetically. Your absence is not loss, it is empowerment. Remember this, your silence is not absence, it is authority. Every moment you resist the urge to chase, every second you hold your ground, is a declaration of your worth. They may want you back, they may regret letting you go, they may replay your presence in their minds, but none of that matters unless you allow it to. Your power is not in their recognition. Your power is in your choice, your discipline, and your unwavering self-respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the ultimate command. Master yourself, control your emotions, protect your energy, and never let anyone dictate your value. Walking away, staying silent, choosing yourself. These are not acts of weakness. They are the fiercest displays of strength a person can show. You are untouchable because you have chosen you. Action is everything. Take these 8 truths and integrate them into your life. Use silence as a weapon of growth and clarity. Guard your energy like gold. Let absence reveal the depth of your worth. Stand unshakable, rise unstoppable, and never let regret dictate your actions. Every affirmation you repeat, every boundary you enforce, every day you live unapologetically builds the life you deserve and the presence they cannot ignore. Drop this affirmation in the comments right now and claim your power. I am untouchable. I choose myself. My silence commands respect. If you felt this video hit you in your core, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications, because this is just the beginning of mastering your mind, your power, and your life. You don't need anyone to validate you. The world will adjust to your strength. Stand firm, walk tall, and let your silence echo louder than words ever could.